Welcome everyone to the Tennis Channel's coverage of the PPA Tour. We are in the greater Cincinnati area at the Lindner Family Tennis Center. This is the home of the Western and Southern Open for tennis, but today it is all about pickleball. It is Championship Sunday here at the PPA Tour, and we will be starting things off with the women's singles final. My name is Kyle McKenzie. I'm joined by Daniel J. Howard. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this one start off. We've got the young phenom Leigh Waters, 15 years old, #1 in the world, against the very talented Leia Jansen. Excited to see this one kick off.
It's going to be a great one.
Okay, we've got our crowd on hand, ready to get started here.
Side up.
Leia just missing in the net on that cross-court backhand pass. Leigh to serve.
0-0. Point.
Now, tough miss right there from Leia.
Yeah, don't mind the shot selection. I think part of the game plan is to bring Leigh forward. She's so good with those passing shots. Unable to convert there, though.
That's too good.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we've talked about, Leig's been extremely dominant in all events, especially singles. It's going to be telling to see how often Leia chooses to return and come to the net versus staying back. I think she's going to balance that today.
2-0.
Right on the line. Better point by Leia. See if she can get on the board.
Yeah, she looked a little nervous, like that ball might not stay in, but it dropped.
Well, it looked a little like me in my first round match yesterday.
Solid return there from Leigh.
Yeah, and for those of you that are in the pickleball world but more accustomed to doubles, definitely more risk is usually taken on the serve and the return. Really, a lot of that strategy is in the first 2 or 3 shots of the point. Good players want to mix up where they serve, where they return, and it's all about depth.
If we can borrow a term from tennis, it's called first strike tennis. You see that more in singles pickleball. It's first strike pickleball.
100%, 100%. So fast start for Leigh, up 4-0. We'll be back in a moment, folks. And we are back here at the Lindner Family Tennis Center, Championship Sunday, starting things off with the women's singles final. We've got Leigh to serve. Fast start for her, up 4-0. Daniel, what are you thinking if you're in Leia's camp? What? Obviously, it's just the start of the match, but how are you wanting to start this one out, being a little bit of an underdog going in?
Well, Leia's had a little bit of a rough start. She's just not hit the ball real cleanly thus far.
Yeah. Seems a little tentative, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of sticking with what you're doing. Strategically, she's made wise choices, but just hasn't executed well. So, it's just hitting that ball a little bit cleaner.
4-0. Point.
Another example of it right there. Leia's in perfect position to be able to make that drop volley. Just left it short. You got to be able to execute that shot.
Point.
Missed return there for Leia. Not really getting the momentum or the start that she wanted, but there's still plenty of time here.
Yeah, clearly a little frustrated with herself right now.
Point.
She's got to turn things around in this game in a real hurry, or else maybe look to game 2.
So one thing that I'm noticing there, Daniel, is she's either opting on the backhand to either slice the return with one hand or hit out with 2. We'll see which one she sticks with.
Now, these courts are just a little bit damp this morning. You saw Leia drying the line with a towel. We did have a little bit of precipitation. Great shot.
Yeah, pretty. It's definitely more muggy in the air right now, probably slowing the conditions down just a little bit. Even Leigh on the previous point opted to return and stay back as more the unconventional decision. For tennis players coming in, you cannot serve and volley, but you do have to let that return of serve bounce. So you'll often see the returning player take that first opportunity to run up to the kitchen line and look to volley and put that pressure on moving forward. Looks like they're still just taking a towel to the court. Looks like there's a few damp places. Always a little dicey as an athlete, not feeling like you can move 100% and have that explosiveness.
And that's the point I was going to make, is I wonder how much that's affecting Leia in her play. She seems concerned about the condition of the courts, and maybe that's where some of that tentativeness comes from. She's not been as sharp as she usually is, and I wonder how much of that has to do with the court conditions here.
Yeah, she's chosen to return and stay back about half the points, and she will vary that, but you know, if I'm in her camp, I'd like to see her 70-80% of the time look to take that return and come in just to put that pressure on Leigh. She's obviously got great passing shots on both sides, but something to be said for making your opponent come up with the goods time and time again.
And it looks like we might have a little bit of light rain hitting us right now.
Yeah, looks like Connor Pardo is talking to the officials now, trying to figure out if play is going to continue, if we are going to take a break here. We'll keep you posted.
Forecast is a little iffy today.
Yes.
Throughout the day, so be interesting to see what happens with the weather.
You've got a lot of great pickleball lined up, obviously weather permitting. Hopefully we can get it in here. It's a beautiful venue here at the Lindner Family Tennis Center. I was able to play men's doubles yesterday, and I don't know, Dan, for me it very much has an Indian Wells type feel with the grounds and it having the background of the tennis tournament. But we will keep you posted here, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a little bit here. So it looks like we're waiting to see the condition of the court here. They've got some of the staff out there with towels trying to dry off the lines. I know they can get very slick. We're just still waiting to see if the rain can slow down here. It doesn't look like it's really coming down at all at the moment, or barely drizzling. Still waiting to find out word if we're going to get going here. And it looks like we are about to get started here. So
excellent.
Leigh with the sizable early lead. She's to serve here, serving 8-0 in the first game here. Just long with the serve by Leigh. Let's see if Leia can build a little bit of momentum on her serve now.
0-8.
Thank you.
Side out.
Man, Leia Jansen just does not look like herself yet this morning.
Yeah, I think the backhand passing shot's an important one for her in this match, and just hasn't found the rhythm on that one just yet.
Yes, unfortunately, hasn't found the rhythm on much of anything yet.
9-0. Side out.
See, and for me, Daniel, I think that's the play I'd like to see her do is hit out a little flatter topspin on the return, but follow it in occasionally. I think that she's usually just coming in on the slice, and that's giving Leigh a little bit more time to prepare for her shot. She can use some of that backspin to add more dip and more spin on her passing shots.
9-0. Point.
Gracious, that net has been a major obstacle for Leia already this morning. 10-0.
10-0. Side out.
There's a solid return.
You don't see a lot of return winners in pickleball, but Leia will definitely take that right now.
0-10.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. And like we mentioned, that's the one that I think she really needs to get feeling good, see if she can build upon that. Beautiful cross-court two-handed backhand winner.
110.
Just enough topspin to get it to drop inside that line.
Point. Side out.
Yeah, great depth and power on the return there from Leigh. Really handcuffed Leia on that
10-1.
one.
That's too good. Kyle, let me ask you this.
Go.
As a competitor right there, obviously game is over at this point, but at the score of 10-1, do you still fight to try and get back into that game and win that game, or do you maybe just resign yourself to thinking, maybe I'll let this game go and regroup for next game?
Yeah, I want to build confidence. That's my focus, is build confidence going into the next game. Maybe try some new patterns, experiment, but you want to find something, even if you lose the game, something to build on, to jump out to maybe an early good start in that next game. So folks, we're going to go to our sponsors for a quick break here. We'll be back in a moment with game 2. Okay, folks, we are back starting game 2 here. Leigh rolled 11-1 in the first. Leigh to serve here, see if Leia can get to a better start in game 2 here.
0-0. Point.
Well, that starts nearly identical to game 1.
You know, it was a great return. It was just an
1-0.
amazing dip on that pass from Leigh.
Side out.
I'd be interested to see the error count right now. Unfortunately, Leia Jansen's well ahead in that category. That's, I think, in my mind, only the second error from Leigh Waters.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's strong.
I think that's the first attempt we've seen of a drop, which is an intentional soft shot to land just over the net to get your opponents to hit up. Wasn't able to get that in the kitchen, and Leigh took advantage.
That's too good.
Point.
Now, clearly, Leia Jansen's not herself this morning, not playing nearly as well as she usually does, but let's not take anything away from Leigh Waters.
She's not giving much away, is she?
No, she's hitting that ball so cleanly right now. Better rally. That's too good.
And again, Daniel, I think Leia did the right thing by approaching on that ball. You know, she went up the line, she took away the angle. So Leigh off to another fast start here in game 2. We will be back in a moment. We are back here on Championship Sunday, women's singles final. Looks like they're still taking some towels to the court, and Leigh has started off just like game 1, very hot start. You know, I think if you're in Leia Jansen's camp right now, I think you just have to focus on what you can control, Daniel. I think, you know, if she plays a good return, deep, comes in and she gets past, sometimes you just have to say too good. But I think the worst thing that you can do when your opponent is playing just absolutely on fire is start to, you know, get out of your head and change up what you do too much to where then your level drops too much. So, okay, it does look like we received word that they are going to stop play or delay for just a little bit to hope to improve the conditions of the court here. If you're Leia Jansen, you're not minding that right now. All the momentum at the moment is with Leigh, but you know, we are playing a best of 5, and there's no shot clock. There's no time that's going to run out in this match. You always have a chance if you can pick your game up and turn the tides.
What do you suppose Leia Jansen's texting right now?
You know, I think that she's worked with coaches that don't travel with her in the past. My guess is that she's likely has a coach that she's texting right now, just trying to get any kind of, whether it's just an emotional pick-me-up or some strategies that she can look to experiment with here.
Might be right on that one.
Okay, folks, we will keep you posted, but we are going to take another quick break here. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks. Okay, folks, we are back here at Championship Sunday here on the PPA Tour. Leigh Waters versus Leia Jansen. Game 2, Leigh to serve.
There it is. Yep. There it is.
Great job. Flattens out the return, follows it in,
0-3.
puts away the volley. Excellent play here.
Wow, that's an awkward-looking return there from Leigh Waters.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Lee's aiming for that much of a short angle, but you know, she'll take it.
3-0.
Momentum's on her side.
Point.
How the net monster got Leia Jansen again right there.
4-0.
That's better.
Yeah.
Tied up.
And Leigh needs to do more of that. And, you know, she could have potentially got passed by Leigh, but every shot she hit was
0-4.
solid. She put herself in a position to win.
Take note of that routine from Leia Jansen before every point.
Tied up.
That ball stayed low from Leigh right there. Leia Jansen had really no chance to be able to pick that one up.
Yeah, never had an opportunity to move forward. The
4-0.
quality of Lee's ground strokes are just too good throughout that point.
That's too good too. Right on the line.
Looked like it skipped, yeah. Skidded a little bit, stayed very low. And 5-0 here in the second.
But what's good is you are seeing signs of life from Leia right now.
Yeah.
She is playing better.
And her, you know, approach shot returns to me seem a little more calculated. She's taking a little pace off, focusing on moving forward and cutting down those angles. Yeah.
Point.
Yeah, just a little bit more assertive play right now from Leia.
Yeah, Leia's on the board here in the second. See if we can get a few more points to give her some life here.
That's not going to help when you're trying to build momentum.
No, it's a tough break. It's a tough break. Nothing seems to be going her way at the moment.
5-1.
Yeah, excellent play.
Yeah, well, clearly better rallies right now. And even though the scoreboard has yet to reflect it, Leia is playing much better, and she's got to take some confidence away from that.
You see it in her body language as well. She looks like she's ready to fight at this point. Obviously, she's in a hole, but anything can happen here.
Well, she's competing.
Point.
And if you keep digging, keep grinding, things like this start to happen.
Yep, to your point, she's scrapping. She's putting more balls in play.
2-5.
And, you know, Leigh is amazing, but she's human, right? So we'll see how it goes.
Point.
Little bit of momentum for Leia Jansen here. See if she can keep it going.
3-5. Point.
Yeah, as you said, Kyle, more of a driving approach shot right there from Leia. Follows it in more assertively. Forces the error.
And she's going to Lee's forehand on most of these approaches, and she's gotten a few errors. I like that play, taking the backhand up the line, cutting down the angle.
It's a great pass. Timeout here from Leigh, you think?
You know, we'll see. That's the first time I believe that Leigh has come to the net and forced Leia to pass her.
There it is.
Absolutely on cue. Well called, Daniel.
5-5.
Okay, so we are knotted up at 5 here in the second. A little bit more momentum for Leia Jansen. It's great to see. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Okay, folks, we are back in the women's final here on Championship Sunday on the PPA Tour. We've got a new Leia Jansen here in Game 2. She was down 5-0, has tied things up at 5. She's got the serve, she's got the momentum. Looks like she's ready to compete, and here we go.
Replay. 5-5.
Let's serve. The PPA tournament's pro level only.
Tied up.
So for those of you who aren't familiar, if you're playing pickleball out there or a pickleball player, a let serve is playable.
5-5.
It's a live ball.
Correct.
Except
Correct.
here at the PPA pro level tournaments.
Absolutely right. This is the one exception to that let serve rule.
Point.
Well, it turns out to be a good timeout for Annalie Waters.
Yep.
6-5.
Wow, great hit by Annalie.
Leia's really settling in here. Again, you see that return to the forehand. Seems like she's had success going to that side and able to eventually put the volley away. It'll be interesting to see here if Annalie returns and comes in, or if she continues to stay back and let Leia potentially take the net.
She got it.
Oh.
Wow. Good stuff.
Great point by Leia there. Way to keep your composure. It's always challenging when that net ball goes over and you have limited options, but I think she made the right choice there. 6-all.
Tied up.
Leia trying to slide into that forehand. Looks like that ball just stayed a little bit too low for her.
6-6.
Just wide. But Leia Jansen clearly hitting her spots much better this game than she did in game one.
Yeah, it seemed like in game one she was focused so much on trying to hit it really hard. Seems like she's a little more calculated with her location, and she's moving forward better in this second game, and the scoreline shows that.
Well, she's too good
6-6.
not to turn things around. She's too good not to hit her spots consistently.
Absolutely. Puts a lot of time and effort into her singles training, and we've talked a lot about the phenom that Annalie is, but Leia Jansen, absolutely one of the most talented players on tour, and can certainly push Annalie to play her best.
Tied up.
You hear Leia say to herself, Leia, make it. And that's exactly right. She's just got to make those balls.
It's just execution, absolutely, Daniel.
There it is.
Tied up.
And that's been a consistently successful pattern, is approaching, whether it be the return of serve or later in the point, hitting an approach shot to Annalie's forehand, and she's making sure to cover her line now when she does that. It's a much tougher pass for Annalie to go back cross court. Certainly capable of that, but you want to play the percentages anytime you're moving forward.
Yeah, looks like we got a little bit more precipitation here too. Both players not happy with the conditions of the courts.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want to be thinking about when you're competing. Looks like we're going to take another break here. We will keep you posted, folks.
Of the Baird Wealth Management Open on the PPA Tour, the Lindner Family Tennis Center on the outskirts of Cincinnati, Ohio. Dave Bands alongside Matt Manassi, and we are excited to say that we are going to be bringing you live coverage of the women's match, which is already underway. And the reason I'm saying we're excited to say that is because we were in a rain delay literally up until about a minute ago. This match was suspended at 11-1 and 6-6, and this is the first serve since the suspension of the match. Annalie Waters with the convincing 11-1 win in that first game, and trying to win this second game. It is best 3 out of 5, so you are going to get to see a little bit of this women's match here.
Oh yeah, and more of the same here from Annalie Waters to start.
Tied up.
Leia Jansen trying to win the women's singles title on tour for the first time this year.
6-7. Tied up.
She did have a win against Annalie 2021 San Clemente, a big 5-set match there, but 2022 has been all
7-6.
Annalie Waters, unless your name is Paris Todd, the only person to beat her on tour.
Well, Annalie trying to make up for yesterday. Her and her mother were ousted in the women's doubles semifinal.
6-7.
So she will not have a chance to take a triple crown home today. And that lob return by Anna Leigh is going to be deep, and this game's going to be tied at 7 apiece. First 2-11, got to win by 2.
Side out.
And the side out will get it back over to Anna Leigh Waters. This is the first of 5 matches coming your way on Championship Sunday here on Tennis Channel.
7-7.
There is intermittent rain in the forecast to weave in and out of the day in Cincinnati, and we hope that it stays away consistently so we can have a consistent run of coverage.
Seven. Point.
And that'll give Leia Jansen the lead. Matt, when you're a player and you know that there's been precipitation, does that factor into your mindset at all about either A, trying to speed things up because you want to get it in, you don't want to have another delay?
No, I think you still have to play your game.
Side out.
Close serve there, just missed by Jansen. No, once the court's dry, once you've had your warm-up, you get out there, you need to play your brand of pickleball and do it the best you can.
Point.
If you try to rush and get out of your comfort zone, then problems happen.
Leia asking herself, what do you want?
Point.
And now Waters goes in front, 9-8.
Timeout receiver.
And Jansen is going to use a timeout. We'll keep it here. As I mentioned, a full day of coverage here on Tennis Channel on Championship Sunday. And we couldn't be more excited to be bringing you the action. It's been a fun week in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the tennis hotbed that is the Lindner Family Tennis Center, and it's great to see it set up for this pickleball tournament.
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, I've been to Cincinnati many times to watch top-level tennis, but then to have pickleball, the best players in the world at the same facility, it's great for the sport. And then these two titans in the women's game playing right now, it's awesome to see. It's been fun. So there's a contrast in game styles between these two players. As you can see, the matches coming on later today.
We'll see both Anna Leigh Waters and Leia Jansen twice on center court today, as Anna Leigh will team up with Ben Johns in the mixed doubles. He'll take on Jessie Irvin and Jade DeVilliers. And then you'll see Leia Jansen coming up later on today as part of the women's doubles. She'll team with Catherine Parento against Jessie Irvin and Anna Bright.
Yeah, Jansen's definitely the aggressor here, trying to get forward to that kitchen line. Anna Leigh, given a target, is usually pretty unstoppable on the passing shots.
That's going to be wide, so the serve back over to Anna Leigh. And she's 2 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead. And this best of 5.
Point.
Leia just mishit that. You see the look of frustration on her face. And that takes us to game point.
10-8.
Oh, how about that effort on Anna Leigh Waters, going and getting it off the baseline and somehow landing it in to close out game 2.
How good was that?
That was really good. We'll get another look at it when we come back. We're stepping away. Back in Cincinnati, game 3 about to get underway. Dave Benz, Matt Manassi bringing you the women's final of the PPA Tour Baird Wealth Management Open. It's a Grand Slam event, so double the points in Cincinnati. And Anna Leigh Waters, after that 11-8 win in game 2, forces the side out to start game 3. And we're still in awe of what we saw to close out game 2. A two-hand backhand right down the line, running away from the ball as she was hitting it.
And more of the same to start game 3. I mean, if you're Jansen, you have to cover both shots. This girl can use that left hand, and by this girl, I mean Anna Leigh Waters. You have to cover both sides, and she can do it all. Very, very tough.
Oh, that was a great answer out of Jansen. It looked like Anna Leigh was going to be able to pull something out of the hat, but Leia was there to put it right down the line.
Insane ATP. Awesome job from Jansen.
See if that can spark Jansen here. This is a best out of 5, but already down 2 games to none. She's got to assert some effort here to take control of this thing in game 3.
1-1.
Oh, brilliant shot there by Jansen.
Great passing shot. In singles, you really want to have a deep return, keep your opponent back and allow you to get forward as quickly as possible. There, a little short return, Jansen able to find the angle.
Point.
And then into the net, and a 3-1 lead early on for Anna Leigh Waters.
Matching the outfit to the paddles for Anna Leigh Waters.
Same outfit that she wore yesterday in mixed doubles alongside her mother Leigh, who's sitting courtside, offering her some coaching advice in this one.
Point.
Anna Leigh has only ever been defeated in a women's final this season 1 time.
This, one time Paris
4-1.
Todd in San Clemente. San Clemente has kind of been her kryptonite.
Right.
Losing 2 years in a row, believe in 5 games both times.
Point.
And now in a 5-1 hole here in game 3.
Timeout, receiver.
And Anna Leigh's going to use a
5-1.
timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 5-1 in favor of Jansen here in game 3. And back here on Tennis Channel, out of the timeout, see if Anna Leigh Waters can break Leia Jansen's serve and get the side out.
5-1.
Anna Leigh Waters still just 15 years old. Seems like she's been 15 years old for about 25 years.
Point.
And Jansen, unfazed by the timeout, moves it to 6-1.
6-1.
Oh, brilliant shot by Jansen. The backhand right down the line.
Great ball there from Jansen.
7-1.
Waters trying to dip that dink, that drop below the level net, didn't quite get it low enough.
Side out.
Jansen finally will put it into the net, and a chance for Waters to try and cut into this deficit. Down 1-7.
1-7. Side out.
Waters unable to catch up to that one.
Jansen really finding some good passing shots here. Great angles. Like I said earlier, as a singles player, you have to cover
7-1.
both sides. Respect that Jansen can go line as well. Just too good of a cross-court angle.
Point.
And make it 8-1 Jansen, and you wonder if at some point Anna Leigh Waters starts thinking about game 4.
I would start thinking about game 4,
8-1.
but I'm not in good shape like a 15-year-old Anna Leigh Waters.
Anna Leigh set that up brilliantly. The little dink to the right. She knew Jansen wouldn't be able to get back over for the passing shot on the left.
Yeah, there's definitely a risk reward in
1-8.
conserving your energy and trying to come back and finish it in 3. That's a great point.
Side out.
So Jansen still maintaining an 8-1 lead after the side out. 3 points away from closing out this 3rd game.
8-1. Side out.
Jansen couldn't quite get the paddle on that one.
Yeah, a little short again with that approach shot. Sits in the middle of the court. Just too many options there
1-8.
for Waters.
Point.
And that was wide, so Waters closes it to 2-8. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Anna Leigh is not thinking about game 4.
No chance. No chance. Too much of a competitor for that.
2-8.
That's for us to think about in the booth.
And 2 straight points now to close it to 3-8.
3-8. Point. Timeout
And
receiver.
with 3 straight points now run off by
Scores,
Waters,
4-8.
Jansen needs to use a timeout. So Anna Leigh very much back in this match at 4-8, or back in this game. She's definitely in the match. At
Definitely in
4-8,
the
she's
match.
back in the game.
No, I mean, it's a game of momentum. Doubles, singles, it's all the same. And you can, especially in singles, you can run off points quickly and in a hurry. And now just 4 points behind, I bet Jansen feels the pressure. Great timeout from her. And this, mother-daughter duo, obviously the last timeout worked. We're hoping, I'm sure Jansen's hoping she doesn't get more good advice.
And that is the one thing about the best 3 out of 5, right? I mean, if you take the first 2, then the other opponent's got to start thinking, I got to take 3 straight, and that's a really big thing to try to chew.
It's huge. I mean, mentally and physically, it's a tough task. Of course, especially against the #1 player in the world in Anna Leigh Waters. But like in tennis, like in every sport, it's one at a time, right? We got to take 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time, and hopefully Jansen can find herself in a game 5. But got to get through game 3 first.
Time in. 4.
All right, so time back in at 4-8.
Point.
And the timeout doesn't do anything. Waters now 4 straight points to get it within 3 points.
5-8. Point.
And the lob by Jansen is long. Nice change there by Waters to go to the finesse shot on that drop that preceded
6-8.
that lob. And that finds the court. Leia was praying that would go out, but it did not.
Look at this. The quick half volley flick pass on the forehand side. Unbelievable.
There wasn't much Leia
7-8.
could do except pray that it was errant. And this now sets up potentially a tie. And
Point.
indeed, we are tied at 8-8, 7 straight points by Anna
Timeout
Leigh.
receiver. The score is 8.
And Jansen now wants to use her final timeout as Anna Leigh Waters has the serve and is 3 points away from the title. Well, the good news is that we've gotten to see the completion of game 2, and we've seen game 3 get to 8-8, and we're 3 points away from a title being handed out potentially. The bad news is it's not going to happen right away. The rain has returned in Cincinnati, and they have suspended this match, and we will now be in a holding pattern as they're going to put a tarp back out on the court. And if you're Leia Jansen, maybe this isn't the worst thing in the world, because Anna Leigh Waters has just rolled off 7 straight points.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best thing that could happen to you if you're Leia Jansen. It may just be delaying the inevitable at this point, but now she has time to go to her team, see what's going on, reset, maybe come out with a new tactic. But yeah, she definitely needed to hit the pause button there, because 7 points in a row for Anna Leigh Waters, things were not looking good.
Well, stay with us. It's going to be a adventure all afternoon long as we dodge raindrops in Cincinnati. We're back with more after this quick timeout. Well, unfortunately, the rain has intensified a bit in Cincinnati, and we are going to be at Mother Nature's beck and call here today. And taking a look online at the radar, and there's lines of storms that are going to be bopping in and out. So we will be bopping in and out of live coverage as the PPA tries to get Championship Sunday in its completion. And you're seeing the women's singles match right now, the men's doubles, women's doubles, mixed doubles, and then men's singles, the order of play here today on Tennis Channel. What are you looking forward to most when we actually are able to see coverage, what are you looking forward to seeing the most
every
today?
single match here is great. We have a ton of star power. Obviously, the Johns brothers in action against de Villiers and McGuffin. They haven't had a lot of success as a new pairing this year, so to see them in the final is great. You got Brighton Irvin making a run to the final here. Obviously, Ben Johns, Leigh Waters. There's just so much talent. And then a newcomer to the new name in singles, Hunter Johnson, at the end of the day against Tyson McGuffin. I can't wait to see that one.
Hunter Johnson, by the way, you don't see a number next to his name, unseeded coming into this tournament. This could be the last tournament that he's unseeded.
Oh, 100%.
So that'll be a fun one, but it's going to be an adventure, as we said. We are going to be with you all afternoon and bring you as much coverage as Mother Nature permits. We're going to step aside. More to come from Cincinnati after this timeout. Thanks for sticking with us. Live coverage of the Baird Wealth Management Open from Mason, Ohio continues here on Tennis Channel. We are technically still in a rain delay, but it is just about come to a conclusion. The court has been dried off, the tarp removed, and we are just about set to resume. And now we are not set to resume. Oh, man.
The rains have returned.
This is the kind of day we are looking at. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is going to be fickle in Cincinnati, as there are lines of showers that are supposed to be rolling in and out throughout the day. They were hoping that they had a big enough window to be able to sneak in perhaps 3 points and have this thing come to an end, as Leigh Waters just needs 3 points to conclude this match against Leia Jansen. But now we're going to be in another holding pattern. And if you're a player, Matt, how do you approach this mentally as you try and gear up to win some titles on Championship Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to keep mentally focused. Obviously, when you're not on court, get off the court. Waters off the court. Now Waters on the court. A little pun there. But you just have to stay loose. Go get something to eat. Make sure you're hydrated. And just be on call. Look at your phone. See when the rain stops. And it's just it's a tough thing for fans. It's a tough thing for players. But the players are used to it, and they'll both come back ready to go when the time is right.
Yeah, we prefer the Waters on the court in terms of the players. The water on the court, not such a great idea. And we hope that we will see Waters back on the court soon. She will also play again later today. This match, when it concludes, the first of 5 matches that are scheduled to be brought your way on Championship Sunday. After this match, we'll go to the men's doubles, Jay de Villiers and Tyson McGuffin against the Johns brothers. So those two are sitting in a holding pattern right now, those two teams, waiting to see when they're going to get on. So we're going to take another timeout. Stay with us. When there is live action to be brought your way, we will certainly carry it for you here on Tennis Channel. And welcome back to the Baird Wealth Management Open on Tennis Channel. Good news, as the rain has dissipated and the players have returned to the court. Leia Jansen and Leigh Waters ready to resume Game 3, tied at 8 apiece. Leigh Waters has had a long time to think about scoring the final 3 points and wrapping up this women's title. And the side out is forced by Leia Jansen. And, you know, you and I had plenty of time to talk about this, that the break probably favors Leia more than Leigh, because Leia's thinking, hey, if I can get 3 points, then I only got to win 2 games, which after a long break doesn't seem
100%,
quite as big of a deal.
100%. The extended break, for sure, is in Leia Jansen's favor.
Point.
And Leia moves in front here in Game 3, 9-8. Jansen trying to win her first women's singles title of this PPA season.
Side out.
And wide with the side out. We'll give the serve back to Waters. Still 3 points away. This is match 1 of 5 championship matches
8-9.
here on Championship Sunday in Cincinnati. Waters covered a lot of ground, but Jansen beautifully kept her running.
Great cat and mouse there. Leigh just could not get ahead in this point. Knocked it off to the open court. Great coverage there from Jansen.
Side out.
And Jansen hits it wide as she had a chance to force it possibly to a game point situation.
8-9.
Instead, Waters now with a chance to tie it back up.
Side
And the
out.
side out goes right back over to Jansen.
Yeah, Waters held that forehand pass a little too long and then didn't do enough with it. Allowed Jansen to get in and get her feet set.
Jansen did have an
9-8.
8-1 lead in this game, and then Waters rolled off 7 straight points before the rains came.
Reserve. 9-8.
And Leigh able to put that one away. So serve back over to Waters.
A great return there into the corner. As you can see, she closes that kitchen line, not giving Jansen any space.
And then beautiful use of the entire court there by Leigh. Puts it into that back left corner to tie it up. Both Waters and Jansen will play again later today.
9-9.
Leigh is part of the mixed doubles. Jansen is part of the women's doubles.
Point.
And that'll bring us to match point.
Yeah, Jansen doesn't like that. She guessed right. Just could not stay balanced enough to find that court.
10-9.
Oh, what a shot by
wow.
Leigh Waters. Had Jansen guessing the wrong way and painted it down the right side of the court, and that will close it out. It took a while because of the rain delays, but in the end, Waters 11-1, 11-8, 11-9. She wins in 3 straight to take the women's championship.
Yeah, it took longer. It is right because of the rain, but the outcome just the same. Leigh Waters just too good. We saw her out there in the break warming up. She had her strength coach there as well. Did some good dynamic warm-up, rotational work with the band. She was ready from the word go, and another title.
And Leigh applauding the crowd for sitting through the raindrops and being there to witness her closing off this women's singles title. So she's hoping this is just the first of 2 today, as she has a chance to win another title coming up in the mixed doubles. But the very next match on this court will be the men's doubles. Jay DeVilliers and Tyson McGuffin taking on the brother tandem of Ben and Colin Johns, and then the women's doubles followed by the mixed doubles, followed by the men's singles here in Cincinnati. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you to Hannah Johns. She will chat with the victorious Leigh Waters. Stay with us here on Tennis Channel. Back here on Tennis Channel, the Baird Wealth Management Open has been rain delayed far too often today, but right now we are in a pocket. The first one coming up in the very next match, and we will have coverage of the men's doubles coming your way. Stay with us here on Tennis Channel.